What's up, guys? We're playing Avowed, new game, AAA game on the ASUS Flow Z13. People want to see if this can run the newer Unreal Engine 5 games, so I'm testing it out. I'm curious myself. This is Avowed in start of the game. We're getting around 50 FPS. Looks like we're using about 14 gigs of VRAM. I think that's how it works. And the settings are, let's check the settings. Windowed full screen, unlimited FPS. VSync is on. Let me probably turn that off. And then ray tracing on. And then FSR set to quality. And then our graphics is on high. So, looks like right now we're getting 50 FPS. Very smooth, no stuttering so far. Seems pretty playable. I am on turbo mode, so I'm getting around 67 watts of power. But let me see if I can lower the settings down a little bit. But it looks great. Game looks fantastic. See if I can lower the power a little bit, or lower the graphics. And I'm on 21 by a 16:10 aspect ratio. I believe this is the 2K resolution. So we're closer to 2K than we are to 1080. Let's lower this down to medium and see if we get any sort of graphical or performance changes. Alright. So it looks about the same. 50 FPS. Nothing too different. Let's just go to the settings again, and then we'll go down to low graphics. So now it looks like we're jumping up to 60 FPS, and honestly the game doesn't look too different because the ray tracing is on. You can hear the fans pretty loud, so because we're on turbo mode, but all the air is kind of venting off the top of this thing, so the system is by no means hot at all, right? It's just the fans are just kind of running and going off the top. So this is very playable. It's 60 FPS on low settings, and it looks really good. I mean, the low versus high, really cannot tell the difference because we're on FSR quality right now, and it's moving around. Everything looks great. So let's go down to FSR and do performance mode. Let's see. Wow, we have a lot of options. So performance mode. Now we're jumping up to 70 FPS, and again, I don't really see too much of a difference in the game itself, because we're playing on such a smaller form factor with this screen. I think there's a little bit of softening with some of the character models, but I mean, nothing really much. So now we'll just go on to ultra performance on ray tracing. And now we're around 75 FPS, so you can see a little more pixelation on the character itself with like the shadows. It doesn't look that great. It kind of looks like it's on her clothing. So I would probably say this mode of performance, you're not really getting that much of an uplift to warrant it. So I would probably just stick on performance mode. So let's go to the just native, see how it works. And we're on low settings here. And looks like without upscaling, we're only going to hit around 40 FPS on low settings. So, I mean, this one I probably wouldn't play on this game mode. Alright, so let's go back. We'll go to performance mode. Let's go up to medium. I think medium is very reasonable. If you're buying a device like this, you're probably not looking to max it out, right? Like, I'm guessing that's not your use case. All right. So again, we're on 2K. We're getting a pretty stable 60 FPS here on medium settings. This is a pretty, I wouldn't say populous area, but it is probably one of the more detailed areas to sort of go through in the game. And let's go back to the low setting. Okay. see what we're getting. Alright. Yeah, I mean, to me it looks great. 70 FPS on low. Everything looks good to me. You know, the shadows kind of look kind of weird, but I mean, you're getting this. You're playing on a tablet, so I mean, I'm assuming your use case is not anything like you're not buying this to play on ultra settings. Okay, so we're gonna turn off ray tracing and then see what we get. We're gonna have to restart the game for that. So let's do that. Okay. Turn closing. Let's see. Okay, let's exit to desktop. Okay. Let's go ahead and press play again and restart it. Oops, it's gonna take a second. I'm on Xbox Game Pass. And we're gonna try to put out more of these little benchmark or tests for this device more often, because it's interesting and everyone wants to see what's the deal with these devices. So again, I'm on turbo mode. I am on 16 gigs of VRAM allocation, so 16 by 60. This is the 32 gig version. I'd be curious to see how this would perform with 8 gigs of VRAM. I just put it on 16 just because it seemed like games use a little more, like on 10 or 12. And there's no sort of setting to set it to 10 or 12, so. Alright, let's hop right into this game. And this game Avowed is weird because there's a bug right now with the upscaler where if you switch this to something else, it won't let you go back to FSR. So here's the settings we're going to go with. Oops. Windowed. Is there a full screen mode? Okay, so windowed full screen. We're at this 21 by 13, 16 by 10. So we're a little higher than HD. I'm not sure exactly how I can adjust this. And we're gonna go in at low. See what we get right off the bat. And again, this is a new game. This is probably one of the most demanding games in the market right now. Unreal Engine 5. Alright. So right off the bat, with no ray tracing, we're at 70 FPS. Kind of looks the same, honestly. 72 FPS. I don't really see a performance difference, which is interesting. So ray tracing is off. Medium. And I will say I've tested this game before, and there are some really weird nuances with how the game runs and how you would expect it to perform with different settings, but for whatever reason, you know. So this is on medium, and as you can tell, the shadows are a lot better than before. They look a little more rounded. Before they looked more patchy. Let's see if I can change the resolution, you know. Let me see. So let's see, can we go down? So we're at 6, can we go to, so we're at, let's see, 1610, can we go to 1067? Is that gonna, here we go. So this should be in a lower resolution. I don't see much of a performance difference. 60 FPS. See, 16. Let's just go to 1080. I know this is not the resolution of the screen, but just for that's a sanity check. Let's see. So now we're at 1080, 16 by 9 resolution, getting 60 FPS. I think I'm on medium settings, or yeah, medium FSR performance. Let's go up to high. Now we're on, looks like we're on 50. Don't really see much of a graphical difference, to be honest with you. So we're gonna keep it on medium. We'll keep it on low. Let's see what we get up to low setting for 1080. Let's see. Getting up to 65. Right. 70. Again, if you look at the shadows, I mean, it looks absolutely atrocious. It looks really bad, but I mean, if you don't really care about that kind of stuff, I mean, sorry, I would probably play this on medium and see how it would go in the combat area. Ray tracing is off. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty much it. It seems like this game kind of maxes out at 60 FPS. Maybe 70 if you really lower the graphics down and pull up ultra performance on the game. You definitely need to be on turbo mode for this, because I would imagine at performance mode you probably get lower wattage, or lower performance. But this is the turbo mode, 60 watts. I'm plugged in, and I'm getting around again 60 FPS, pretty smooth, playable, nothing too crazy. And this is a pretty demanding game, and it is loud. But if you turn the volume up and you put on some headphones, I don't think it'd be a problem. The most important thing is the device is cool. It's not that hot. It's loud because the fans are just pushing the air up the system. So yeah, I'd be pretty satisfied if I was looking to play a game at 60 FPS and 1080 or 2K. This could do it. And this is a new game, Unreal Engine 5. So thanks for watching, guys.